No, no, no. Oh, go away, go away, go away. Shall we call in sick? We could tell them we're just too busy.
I'm going to go to work. I need the rest.
Happy?
I can't remember when I felt this good about my life. I just can't remember.
That is so sweet.
I mean it. And, I've been thinking. I think it was about time that I made an honest woman of you.
I'm sorry.
I think we should go in together.
What, together?
Yeah, together.
I thought you were on late all this week.
Yeah, I was.
And? We haven't had a proper changeover.
I'm fine.
They've been making you ill at this rate. I mean, it's swapping you about at the last minute. It's ridiculous. Just so they can lay a few more people off, I suppose.
So I can interview tomorrow.
What, on a case?
No, for the CID job. No, I don't want you going overboard.
Permanent?
Well, they were bound to want to see me, weren't they?
Well, why didn't you say?
Because I didn't want any fuss or anything.
Well done, love. That's fantastic.
I haven't got the job yet.
That's fantastic.
Jeffrey?
Yes, dear?
Don't forget we've got the Lewises tonight.
Oh, hi. I haven't woken you, have I? Well, I will.
And you said you'd speak to someone about their planning permission?
Yeah, all right. No, I just wanted to firm up that meeting. I could probably manage something around lunchtime if that's suitable. Oh, that's marvellous. No. I'll come to you. All right. Bye, dear.
Oh, careful.
Well, do you mind?
Missed a bit.
Careful yourself. Oh, no, look, I'm using that. What is all this stuff anyway?
It's all part of a healthy grooming kit.
Dermafirm recuperative eye serum.
Thank you.
I don't see any wear and tear lines.
Exactly.
You're worse than I am. No wonder it takes you so long.
No, I've got a system.
A system?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be making coffee.
Oh, yeah, I had a bit of a problem with the machine.
Well, it's perfectly simple. You put the water in the back and the coffee in the front.
Yeah, I have a black no sugar, thank you.
Daniel, don't you... You are joking me! Daniel, I'm not finished!
The Mill Health Centre.
Hey.
Morning.
Sorry, I couldn't swap with Helen, could I?
Today?
I just, I need some time off. Debbie Flansted cancellation.
Oh, not again.
That's brilliant.
I know. So I'm going to get rid of him, get him all fed and buttered up, and then we're going to get down to it.
Oh, yeah.
Swatting up all night if need be.
Well, Rob knows what he's doing, doesn't he?
Well, I'm not taking any chances. My new conservatory's resting on this.
Oh, what time do you call this?
Sorry.
Oh, I get it.
Are you two...
What you like?
So, how long has this been going on? Again?
We just thought that we'd,
Make things official.
How official?
I've asked Daniel to move in with me.
Congratulations.
Tell me when I need to buy a hat.
steady on.
What happened to Izzy and Lisa?
How long did you give it this time?
3 months, tops.
I could swing for that Felstead woman. That leaves you with 2 cancellations.
Ah, well, in that case, maybe we can trim back a bit.
Sorry?
The minor surgery days. I mean, they're starting to tie up core facilities.
Like what?
Well, like the nurse's treatment room.
I have 2 procedures today, all of which are critical...
I appreciate that.
...to the well-being of my patients.
Nevertheless, I would like to see the figures for the next 4 weeks, please.
Oh, I'm on trial now, is that it? Oh.
Hello.
Come in.
Thank you. Yes. No, I'm sorry if I was a bit early.
No, I had to be up anyway.
It's just, well, you know, I saw an open window and...
200.
Of course.
Can I get you a drink of anything?
No, I'm fine, really. Thank you. And, something for the children.
Oh, thank you.
Not at all. Still, I don't know. I can't help feeling that something's just not quite right. At home, I mean.
Really?
Yeah. And there's a definite note of suspicion creeping in.
Oh! Silence. Oh! On your knees. Now. And don't look at me.
No, mistress.
Of course, no one minds Daniel turning the place into a poodle parlour or Elaine and all that mumbo-jumbo, just as long as no one burdens this so-called health centre with a bit of doctoring. No. I mean, heaven forbid we should actually heal somebody.
Nobody's saying it's not useful.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's just quite a bit of palaver for not that many patients.
Palaver?
Well, it is.
May I remind you, I am a highly skilled surgeon of some considerable standing, and I bring to this practice not only my reputation, but some prestige. Anyway, I thought I had Helen today.
Why aren't you undressed?
Yes, mistress.
Stand up.
Yes, mistress.
Don't look at me.
Oh, sorry.
I'm very disappointed with you today. And extremely angry. And you know what that means, don't you?
Have mercy on me.
You must be punished. Very, very severely. Ugh! What's that?
I'm sorry?
That's disgusting.
Now, Mrs. Abel, your condition is onychocryptosis, and I will be performing a partial surgical avulsion to correct the offending appendage.
We get your toenail sorted in 2 ticks.
Syringe?
Well, that would all depend on what's involved. That sounds fun. No, that all sounds reasonable enough. And how long do you think you'd need?
Well, I am honoured. Councillor Maidment was a surprise. Take a seat.
My dear old man.
How are things at the town hall?
Life goes on.
The old corridors of power. Actually, I heard about those protests. What was it, single mothers?
It was completely blown up by the press, completely taken out of context.
No need for all that violence.
I could have prosecuted that girl.
You were the model of restraint.
An egg is still a missile.
So, spot of lunch.
Well, as it happens, I'm here on business, as it were.
Ah?
It's rather a delicate matter, I'm afraid.
We're all friends here.
Thank you. And the fact is, in a nutshell, I seem to have developed something of an aberration in the trouser department.
Uh-huh.
Which is not something a fellow would like to get out, well, so to speak, into the public domain.
I see.
And so, in short, I thought perhaps you might be able to offer an opinion.
He's not here.
Why ever not? Aren't you supposed to be tying him up?
I would normally.
Well, what's happened?
Ask him yourself. He's your husband.
That would defeat the object.
Look, I can't keep him here if he doesn't want to stay.
Where's he gone?
I don't know. The doctors, I should think.
I'm sorry.
I did my best, all right. And if you want to try again...
What's the matter with him?
None of my business.
Of course it's your business.
Speaking of which...
Oh, no. I'm not paying you for doing nothing.
Oh, I think you find you are. It's still my time. Get it?
Well, there's no pleasant way of putting this, Geoffrey. It's just a rather nasty case of warts.
Right.
Is your wife exhibiting any symptoms?
I really wouldn't know.
Well, these things are transmitted through sexual intercourse.
Yes, I'm sure. Well, it's just that Laura and I haven't been overly active in that regard lately. Which is why, if I am brutally honest, Heston, from time to time I have been availing myself of the services of a professional in that field.
Just the one?
Oh, one or two, but only in emergencies, mark you.
They need to be checked as soon as possible.
Understood.
Well, I have some leaflets about clinics in the area.
Yeah, absolutely. Except, well, I was rather hoping, if it's not too much to ask,
I have a feeling it might be.
whether it might be possible to remove the offending articles for you to remove.
Good grief.
As a personal favour.
That's a very personal favour. And there are clinics that specialise in STIs.
Yes, I know. Listen, I opened one last month. I mean, you must see my predicament here. Oh. Now, look, I know this is awful, Heston, and please, 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 forgive me. You're the only person in the world I can trust.
Thank you. By the way, did you manage to change my address?
Oh, yes. Yes, thank you.
Cheers.
Excuse me, Dr. Granger, but how is your daughter, by the way?
She's fine, thank you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's living with her mother in Nottingham.
Oh, well, that must be a relief for you.
What is?
Although it must be rather confusing for her. I mean, one minute she's being brought up by her family, the next, her father is living with somebody else.
Actually, she knows Zara quite well. They're very fond of each other.
Oh, well, that must only confuse her all the more, poor girl.
This concerns you how?
It is your life, Dr. Granger.
Yeah.
I just happen to believe that we must put the children first.
Yeah, and so do I. Believe me.
And Dr. Carmichael, she's not the kind of woman to settle down, and she never will be.
What gives you the right to come in here?
I see what I see, and I know what I know.
Well, thank you ever so much for your expert advice.
You will not last 1 month together.
Thank you.
1 month!
Are you sure you need me?
A good surgeon never works without his assistant. Is the cryo spray ready? So, basically, we're going to be freezing the affected area with liquid nitrogen. Mrs. Hollins, there we go. Right. I'm going to ask you to keep very still in a second. There we go. Okay.
So I was bound to get infected.
Absolutely.
Sorry, you still finishing early?
Uh-huh.
I've got a client at 6 and I could do this being dropped off. Look,
Sorry?
the dry cleaners.
No way.
So,
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, it's a thank you from the weekend.
So sweet. What did you do to deserve this?
That would be telling.
Love you, love your lunchbox.
Yes, hold steady, hold steady. One more, here we go. Well done, well done. There we are, there we are. Okay, okay. Just slip those back on.
Bye. Take care now. Oh, I'm sorry, we're closed for lunch.
Oh dear, I just wondered if my husband had been here. It's rather important I find him.
And he is...
Thank you.
All in the line of duty.
I must say, old chap, I'm glad you got a steady hand.
Geoffrey.
Excuse me, we're...
There you are. I'm sorry.
Darling, what a surprise.
Isn't it just?
You remember Heston?
How nice to see you again.
What's the matter with him, Doctor? Hasn't caught anything, has he, from one of his...
Darling, this is hardly the place.
Or didn't you know he was a pervert? No, of course you did. You're probably both in it together.
That really is going too far.
Laura!
Well, he's not denying it, is he?
Would you like to come through to my office?
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't you touch me. Because it's not just the sex, you know. It's all sorts of cheap, disgusting, sordid little tricks.
Will you please stop this?
I've just spoken to the woman who beats him.
Right, we'll be...
Let go of me!
Laura, please!
Stop it now. The pain you want, I'll give you some pain. What's filthy, lying, revolting old pig! Stop it! Get your hands off me!
Shall I call the police?
Yes.
No, don't do that. That's the last thing he wants, the hypocrite.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I think you should both leave now.
Right. I'll see you in court then, darling. And in the papers, of course. The Nationals, I should think.
Laura!
And this place, too. The whole grubby pack of you.
Thank you.
You need to keep your head still.
Get off me, man!
I need to have a look at that.
Let me be, you imbecile! Laura! Laura! For crying out loud, will you please calm down? Thank you, Carter. Thanks a lot.
I beg your pardon?
A little bit of subtlety. That is all I asked. Finesse. Still, you always were a bit of a bungler, which is why I imagine you find yourself here.
You ungrateful... Do you really expect me to take lectures from a reprobate like you, a John?
Oh, spare me. Self-satisfied prig.
All that guff about respect and broken Britain, you make me sick.
Ah!
Not now. Julia, don't. Yes?
All right, Heston.
Yeah, I'm sorry I ever met that two-faced twit.
Well, I do have to admit that some of these old friends of yours are a bit...
The flotsam and jetsam of a misspent life.
So, what is the problem?
Medically, you don't want to know.
Yes, I do.
It's what we used to call a social disease.
Well, why didn't you send him to the clinic?
I was trying to do him a favour, believe it or not.
You see, right there, Heston, there's the problem. You're too easy on these people.
No fool like an old fool.
Yeah, well, you know, it's going to be us that pays the price for this. I mean, have you even stopped to think that how bad this is going to look for us? I mean, he's a public figure, Heston.
Well, it's you who's got me counting every patient, having to literally drag people off the street so I can stay in business like some shopkeeper or worse.
Excuse me.
I'll have a word with the woman when she's calmed down.
Not in that mood again.
Yeah, Julia, I am more...
Nope. Meet me after surgery.
Julia?
And then the next thing that happens is all hell breaks loose.
Tell you what, I'll do the steak.
No, thanks, Master Chef.
You know, a couple of cans and a curry in front of the football would have done me.
Are you mad? Curry? Anything could happen. No. First, you are going to take a nice long soak in the bath. I got you this.
I've just had a shower.
Well, all right. Probably ready to start.
Soothes and stimulates. Body and mind.
So I just want you to relax. You know, clear your mind. Concentrate on tomorrow.
Oh, look, love, how long have I been down that nick? And I've done the job already once.
See what I'm saying? You're too cocky by half.
They'll either give me it or they won't.
I'm going to sit you down, we'll go over some questions, work on your technique.
Technique, all right, now we're talking.
Interview technique.
No, it could be very therapeutic, and you could give me one of your special massages.
No, you're going to save all that up, channel your energy.
What?
Like the footballers, like boxers. Where are you going?
See what time the match starts.
Rob?
Medium rare and loads of chips.
Nora! Nora, will you please stop? Just open the door! Nora!
Come on.
So, what happened to your client?
Cancelled.
Would you like some wine?
No, thank you. I thought we might go out for something to eat. Fancy some tapas.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. No,
I don't think you'll find much in there either.
no, you've got some shelves here and that. Jimmy doesn't have this problem.
Sorry?
Nothing. It's just something happened earlier. Jerry packed him a lunch.
I bet she did.
Yeah, can you believe it? He actually had cupcakes in there too.
Well, maybe you should have gone in for Princess Bubblegum while you had the chance.
I was only joking.
Or maybe you should have gone back to the lovely Lisa. I bet she's a dab hand in the kitchen.
So?
Maybe they could meet together and prance around in their pinafores, swapping recipes. Or we could invite them over and they could teach me how to bake. Oh, where are you going?
Anywhere. Out.
Suit yourself.
Do you know, I can't believe I was so stupid to move in here.
Because I haven't done your ironing yet.
No, because I gave up a lot to be here.
Well, thank you, Master, for the sacrifice.
It wasn't a sacrifice, but it did take trust. You know, I actually had to believe that for once in your life you meant a word you said.
We won't keep you a moment. It's just that we felt that there were one or two things that I needed to clear up.
Laura, I am sorry about this. I had no idea until today.
Have there been any misunderstandings?
Really? Well, I've known about it for months. Geoffrey kept on denying it, of course, like the wretched coward that he is. So in the end, I had him followed. Not the most dignified course of action for a wife, but needs must. He won't hear of a divorce with the election coming up. So the burden of proof fell to me, even though I'm the innocent party. So that's why I struck up a deal with his regular whore. So I could find him in flagrante.
I really don't think we should be airing our laundry in public like this.
Oh, darling, by the time I've finished with you, you'll be lucky if you have any laundry left.
Mrs. Maidment.
Not for much longer, I hope.
I do understand how painful this must be for you.
No. This is the fun part. After 30 years with this buffoon.
Well, I'm sorry, but if you don't mind me saying, I really don't see why we should be dragged into this. I mean, Heston and the mill.
Your sympathy knows no bounds.
Oh, believe you me, I do sympathise with you.
No, you're entirely right. It's Geoffrey's fault entirely, every bit of it. But the question does remain, will he let me go without a fight? And spare us the humiliation of going to court?
Laura! You are my wife.
Yes. And I despise you. And if you don't give me my life back now, you'll be lucky to get a seat on the bus, let alone the council. Do you understand?
What? Can't you talk some sense into her?
I think Laura makes perfect sense. After all, you wouldn't want to be paraded before your electorate, warts and all, would you, old chap?
Well, that could have been worse.
I do apologise. Maybe you're right about the minor surgery. Maybe it's me clinging on to past glories.
No, I think it's a very valuable service.
Really?
Yeah, it's properly organised. Besides, where would we be without your prestige?
Sorry, I should have got my keys cut today. But maybe we should talk this through.
I think you've said everything you want to say.
No. Look, we both got a bit carried away. It's the first time, is it?
I've left a duvet for you. It's on the sofa.
What?
I'd like the bathroom free by 8 o'clock, if you don't mind.
Sarah, there is no need to do this, okay? It's pointless and childish.
Oh, great! It would help if you ate for your mouth.
I am not having sex with you in your office again.
That nursing home came highly recommended.
She shouldn't be in that place. There's nobody in there who cares about her.
This is my home.
What am I, a lodger?
I want Albert. Where's Albert?
I'm Albert.
You're not Albert. You're an old man.
Brand new drama next on BBC1 as Judge